Hello everyone, in this video we are closing our waistband with button and buttonhole, and I also will show you how to close it with hook and eye. First, I want to show the button and buttonhole method because this is the most common way waistbands are closed in pants. First, I want to turn on my annotation, because before I had marked which side I want the button and buttonhole. So this is the button side. First we must have our center front line marked. So this is my CF line, and the button is always a little bit in front of center front line. In this case I put my button a 1/4 inch in front of my CF line. So I want to mark it by clicking on this line and right click, offset internal line, and make sure it goes in the right direction, not reverse. Yeah, that's above the line that zipper is sewn exactly where I want my button, and I want it in the middle of the line, so I split my line in the middle 50%. So that's where I want my button. And for buttonhole, I want it a 1/4 away from the edge of my waistband. If you look at your pants, you see that buttonhole always starts a 1/4 to 3/8 away from the edge. So I do it like this, just to know where I want my buttonhole. Now I can take my button tool. You find it on the 3D window here. Make sure you are choosing the button and click here. Now you have your button. If the size is bigger than what you want or smaller, you can always go to the object browser and click on the button and change the size. For example, I want it to be 3/4. And now I can add the buttonhole on the other side. First I mark my middle line 50%. I split the line, and then I pick my buttonhole tool and add it here. Now that I have added by double clicking, I can get the edit button tool and bring it where I want by changing this angle. Fix the angle and bring it where you want. Looks good. And the length, always know that the length of the buttonhole should be 1/8 of inch longer than the button. So if our button was 3/4 of an inch, our buttonhole should be 7/8. So I can change it by going to the buttonhole tab and see that my width is 0.9. I can change it to 0.85. Make it a little bit smaller for my button. Okay, looks good. And then now with the lock tool, I can click on my button and then my buttonhole and then simulate. Okay, if you see your button is not sitting very right, it's because it's in the middle. Usually buttons should go into the end, and we can change that by clicking on this buttonhole, and this green point you can change it to 0. Let's see how it looks. It seems we have two buttons. Remove one of them. Okay, our button looks good. We can change the shape and color of button by going to property editor, but for now I think it's good. I just want to remove this internal line, which I don't need anymore. If you want to replace your button and buttonhole with hook and eye, you can start by downloading the trim from CLO library. I click on this icon, and in the asset part I click on the trim and I searched hook. If you don't find anything in the asset, you can go to connect asset. This is where you can find available trims, which a lot of them are free, and you can also buy the trims. Here I type hook and I see these options are available. There are separate hook and eyes like this, but putting this to garment is difficult because you need to align them together, and it might be tricky. That's why I like to use these trims that come together, hook and eye. And for this band I'm choosing this by double clicking. It will go automatically to object browser and trim section, and then I can use it later. First I want to remove my button and buttonhole. You can click on them and remove. Also with edit button tool you can delete the buttonhole. Simulate. My waistband is open now. I want to place my hook and eye in front of center front line by 3/8 or 1 centimeters, because this way it will be hidden under waistband. So I start by offsetting my center front line by 3/8 and make sure it's on the right direction. Yeah, that's where I want to put my hook and eye. And now it's a little bit hard to see where I want to put it, so I want to press simulate, and with the hand tool I move my waistband a little bit away and press the space bar. This way my waistband will stay where I left it. Now I can go to the trim section and find my hook and eye, click and drag it and put it where I want. Okay, now I need to zoom and click on the trim, and with this blue icon I place it where I want it to be, and you can also see in the 2D window where it goes. With the gizmo tool you can change the location or rotate it, but for now looks good. And you can read this part that says use the tag tool to attach the trim to multiple points on the garment. If you don't use this, first of all your hook and eye will be not connected to this part of waistband and will not be in the right position after simulation. That's why we want to use the tag tool to place it, keep it in place actually. The way you use the tag tool is that you find it here and you first click on the first point you want to tag, and then on the second. Only one click is enough, don't double click. and you can see in the 2D window where it's actually tagged. The other side you wanna do it, make sure it's going to the inner waistband. So I click here and I click here. So it goes in different parts, and I think it's not right. You can click on the edit tag tool and rotate and see the position of tag, and you actually can change it, bring it where you want. Make sure it's not going to the other side. It should be on the inner waistband. Yeah, it's better. And from different angle, look and correct the position. I think now it's good where I have it. You can add more hooker noise if you think it's needed for your pants, but for now I think it's good. I can convert my center front line to baseline. Simulate to see how it looks. I can say it's very close to our image, so I'm happy with how we have closed our waistband. In the next video I will show you how to add the actual fabric and review the fit.